Hello, everyone. Welcome to INCRadio, Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to INC Radio, Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. I'm Sister Elisa Mojica. Today is Saturday, May 4, 9:07 a.m. Today, we are talking about spring cleaning. We have here this morning with us Sister Lara J. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, Sister Eliza, and good morning to the unstoppable viewers of INC Radio, Washington, D.C. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday, and I'm excited to talk about spring cleaning today.
Yes. So, spring cleaning, I wonder what it is. Do you happen to know?
Personally, I think spring cleaning is just that time of the year when, we're coming out of the wintry seasons, we're coming out of the cold, and we're bringing our houses, our homes out of hibernation with us, and we're bringing that warm weather, the bright sunshine, and the fresh air of the spring season into our homes with us. What about you? What do you think about spring cleaning? How do you do that with your family?
Spring cleaning. I like to, okay, not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest, cleanest person out here, but I try to, clean. I really try my best to clean my surroundings. and and yeah.
Oh my goodness. Me too, man. Personally, I love cleaning. I think one of the benefits of cleaning, especially in the spring, is that it's a nice reset. You know,
Yes.
allergies. We just talked about allergies last week, didn't we? Allergies, all the dust and stuff from the winter. It's really good to just refresh the air, but also it just helps you reset your mindset and it helps you kind of go into the new season on a fresh foot, maybe pick up on those New Year's resolutions that might have fallen off since the start of the year. What are some benefits that you think come out of spring cleaning or just cleaning in general?
Yes, the benefits of cleaning, I say satisfaction. Whenever I clean, I really feel good about myself. Like, ooh, like that that just did a whole big check mark on my to-do list. And it also improves my focus, especially when I'm doing assignments, because a cleaner workspace means, there's more focus. And don't you also feel the same? Because I think you work from home, right?
I do work from home, and definitely having a clean space helps me focus on my work because, if I'm like in a meeting or I'm doing my emails and I'm like thinking about how there's dishes in the sink or there's laundry I still have to fold, it's definitely distracting. So, especially, in today's day and age when remote workspaces are so common, it's definitely all the more important to keep your home clear because once your home is clean, it's easier for your mindset to be clean.
Yes, correct. And we actually sent out a survey on how does spring cleaning help you and what's your decluttering strategy. So we have here from Brother Jim Mira, spring cleaning helps me renew my mindset by renewing my environment. I agree on that because if you're clean outside, you're clean inside.
Yeah, it definitely sometimes it comes from the inside out. Sometimes, your external environment can help you to have a better internal, thought process and focus.
hmm And speaking of, spring, there's like pollen all around. We have a brother Albert Kapotahe. He said spring cleaning can clear up any dust and mold, which can help lower the risk of allergies and asthma in the springtime. And I agree on that because I'm not really allergic to pollen, but whenever I'm like dusting off some stuff, I do tend to sneeze a lot. Don't
That
you?
is so funny. I also sneeze a lot. I sneeze when I yes, especially when you get under those when you get under your appliances or just anywhere where there's lots of dust under the bed. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
And we have one here, Bayani Tabuda. Recycle and donate unwanted items. Do you tend to like donate your items or like
I ways to declutter is just, reduce, reuse, recycle, you know?
Yeah, so actually, I know you came from Florida, and I want to know how it was when you were moving here in our district. Like, how did you get rid of clothes, and how did you keep the ones that you kept?
Well, I definitely had to think about the climate change. So in Florida, it's really hot like for the whole entire year. So I had a lot of, summer clothes. And moving here, I had to keep in mind that there are actually four seasons in, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. So I prioritize, having a balanced amount of clothes for that are appropriate for each season. Also, I think, when I was in Florida, I was in high school, and now, I'm working in the corporate environment. So I prioritize keeping things that I'm going to use on a regular basis. So, church clothes, business clothes, and then obviously jackets because I had to make room for that here because it's cold sometimes here. And I actually got rid of about like 40 trash bags full of clothes. I did reduce, I did reuse, and I did recycle. I gave a lot of my clothes away to some of the younger girls in my area and some of our family friends. So, and whatever they, didn't want to keep, we just donated them to charities and thrift shops. So, helps
Hmm.
everyone.
Yeah, that's a great tip because it's a win-win for both. And we have one from Sister Eileen Adala. She said, "Yes, I go through my closet and drawers, put out clothes I have not worn for a while, and send them in a door-to-door box to the Philippines." I actually relate to this because we often send clothes and many goods to the Philippines, and it's like it's satisfying for both you and actually the ones in the Philippines because you're also helping them, because you have it's like especially when you see them wear it, and I think that's a good strategy and tip. But, before we continue with our discussion, let's do a couple of shout outs. So let's check the YouTube chat real quick. So we have Sister. So the question was, what's your decluttering strategy? Sister Nidell said, my decluttering strategy is that I should start with small things to clean, and then once I see progress, I'll be inspired to clean everything. Brother Matt Carl Talents, life hack, keep a big trash bin beside you. And Sister Lizelle said, I start with my clothes so that I can donate them in time during tax season. We actually have a tip from Brother Brian as well with our survey. He said, tax deductible by donating to charity. And Brother Tyler Worthen said, spring cleaning is hard because whenever I do it, I end up sneezing a lot. And Brother Bruce Vaughn, how how clean your space is can affect and be a reflection of your mental health. Wow, we have some great comments, and let's see who is tuning in and outside of Washington, D.C. right now. We have here, I'll just read everyone in the comments. We have Danilo Yumo, uh, MJ Mendoza, Michelle Santos, Joshua Lugtu, Sister Regine Dizon, and many more. Sister Kathlea. And so let's jump back into our discussion. I'll pass the floor to Sister Laura.
Awesome. So we were just talking about decluttering when you're moving. I think honestly, if you want to move, or if you want to downsize and you want to get rid of stuff, moving is number one, on the force you to downsize and declutter strategy. So if you're moving, as we do, that's gonna help you downsize in everything, not just clothes, in your kitchen what's it called? Kitchen utensils, Some of us have like 5 pairs of tongs, and it's just time to get rid of them, So that's one of the strategies that I have been impacted by in the past few years. But also, when it comes to just regular cleaning around the house, especially in the springtime, I always like to start with cleaning off large surfaces. So, like in the kitchen, your largest surface is gonna be your countertops and your tables, right? If you think about it, you clear off those countertops, you clear off the kitchen table, then your kitchen's probably like 60% clean by that point, right? Because it's taking up most of the space. And if you're in your bedroom or your office, cleaning off your desk, fixing your bed, your dresser, your closet, once you hit those big large surfaces, you are majority of the way done cleaning your, cleaning your space. So that's a strategy I like to start with because, cleaning up big space or like fixing your bed, right? It takes less than a minute, but then it makes such a big impact on the cleanliness of your room. So that's one of my strategies.
Yes. For me, mine is decluttering my closet. Very basic, but yes, I do it not often, but that's my main decluttering because it tends to be messy all the time because I'm always rushing to get outfits. So for that, my tip is to take all your clothes out and then sort the ones you would want to keep, donate, give away, or sell, and especially with the season change because we want a different wardrobe. And I feel like this is very important if you want new clothes because you don't want to keep buying new clothes and then you're not going to do anything with the old ones. So I think you have to uh really really think about what you want to keep.
I definitely agree. I think I used to do this rule called like the one in, one out rule. So like if I buy one white shirt, I have to get rid of an old white shirt. And that way it's like we're replacing, we're just cycling through. We're not just like hoarding all of these duplicates of everything we have. And another tip for keeping a closet organized, by the way, is if you have like two hampers. So like I have two hampers and one hamper is for like these are the clothes that I'm not wearing anymore. Another hamper is for or these are the clothes that are like dirty, right? Like if I spent a day out in the sun or after the gym, right? It'll go straight into the dirty clothes hamper. But I tend to accumulate piles of clothing that are not actually dirty, or it's like, oh, I just wore it around the house for a day and then I changed to
Mhm,
leave, right? So instead of letting that stuff accumulate on a chair, I just made a new system, put a new hamper, and it's helping me manage my clutter so much more.
mhm. And I
Another
feel like, with that, if you're like kind of about trying to figure out if you're gonna want the clothes that you want to get rid of, I feel like you should wear it again. Like, let's see if this can make a good outfit, and if I like it, I'll keep it. If not, then I'll probably just get rid of it.
that is so, 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 so smart. Yeah. Cleaning
And
out the bottom of your closet too. If you empty out
mhm,
everything in your closet, you'll find dust there. So wear a mask. Wear a mask if you're allergic to dust. But yeah, small, well, not small spaces, but just the hard to reach spaces, the spaces that are, underneath big
mhm,
items, underneath a lot of items, like for example, in your kitchen, underneath your appliances, under your toaster, inside your microwave, inside your fridge. Like these are areas we don't clean on a daily basis. At least I don't. But I actually love cleaning my fridge. I like to do it every few months because I like taking out all of the shelves and just like scrubbing them with soap and water. I like to use, my dish sponge and I'll just actually deep clean the fridge. It makes it smell so nice, and seeing like the sparkly white like inside of the fridge and knowing that my food's in a clean place, it just makes me happy. So deep cleaning in the spring is one of my favorite things to do. One of my favorite
mhm.
refreshes.
Yeah, but what do you feel about spring cleaning sentimental items? Because I know it's hard because I feel like with very, I guess you can say useless. I mean, it's not useless, but it's a one-time use. They're usually the ones that have sentimental value, in my.
100%. Yeah, I get it. So I actually have what I call memory boxes, and every single year I take a shoebox and I just fill it with like whatever, those little slips of paper, little Polaroid pictures, right? Receipts from when I go out to eat with people. I keep them in a memory box for the year, and at the end of the year I go through that box and I'm like, okay, how much value does this add to my life, right? I'm hoarding these receipts from like 2016, but some of them are like super sentimental. Some of them it's like, oh, this is the first time I ever hung out with this person. Now they're my best friend. So stuff like that I'll keep, and I like to keep it consolidated within like one shoebox so it doesn't take up so much space. But for items that are, bigger than a shoebox, for example, I have a quilt that my grandma made before I was born. She made it for one of her daughters before I way before I was born. And my
Mhm.
grandma's no longer with us, but I keep that because it's a sentimental item for me. It's something I remember her by, remember her with. So I think when it comes to decluttering or deciding what to keep when it comes to sentimental items, I think reflection is needed. You definitely have to take time to think about how much value does this item add to my life? Or what justifies, what value justifies keeping this in my space? What energy does it bring me, What
Mhm.
feelings, emotions does it evoke within me when I see it or use it?
Yeah. Actually, I'm a big concert person, so I like to cherish every moment I attend. So I have I I gathered like confetti. So I was like days later, I was like, what am I gonna do with this? Like I don't want to throw it away, like even though it's just sitting there. But it holds a big memory. So I decided to cut it into pieces and then I put it in a clear keychain. So now I use that as a keychain. And it's like, very cute, very useful, I guess, because it's with my keys. So I feel like finding ways to make it useful is important. Like you can search up DIYs online and make cute decorations out of it. I actually saw one online yesterday that if you want to keep your kids' paintings and drawings, there's a website you can send it to, and then they'll put it in a collage. And I think it's pretty cute. So just let me know if you want that, and I'll send you the link.
That is so cute. I mean, I don't have kids. I'm not married, but I have lots of cousins and I have lots of like young nieces and nephews, and even like the CWS kids in our locales. When we do
Mhm.
activities like coffee painting, we could totally make a collage from like we have a collection of coffee painting from our young artists in the local congregation of Temple Hills. So I think it would be cute to put a collage together with
Yeah,
those.
for sure. But the last thing, what safety precautions have you had to take when spring cleaning? Because this is very important for our health.
Yeah, and I know some people mentioned, allergies with dust and stuff. So, like I said earlier, wear a mask when you clean. Not only will it help you with allergies with dust and stuff, but it'll also help because sometimes, the cleaning materials we use, they have really harsh chemicals in them. So, inhaling that can't always be good for us. So, wearing masks can just help us in lots of ways. Also, wearing, gloves. Like I said, harsh chemicals, sensitive skin, don't want to be exposed to that stuff. But in addition to that, making sure that you secure your electronics. So I know some of us use, we use vacuum cleaners, we use, just cleaning devices. So if there are any cords and you have little ones running around, make sure that those cords are secure so that they don't trip and fall. And, just making sure that the cords are secure, they're out of, running paths, and then also that they're away from water because we don't want any electricity accidents to happen while we're spring cleaning with our families this season.
Yes, and always follow cleaning product labels, safety instructions, and recommendations. And I feel like it's best to research on how to properly discord, discard electronic devices like batteries. And according to dpw.dc.gov, to safely dispose of batteries with lithium or batteries of greater than 9 volts, put clear packaging, masking, or electrical tape on the batteries terminals on and then sandwich the batteries between the two layers of tape. And yes, we can do more research on that. And that's all for our discussion. I want to thank Sister Laura J for joining us today. Would you like to uh, do some special readings?
Sure, I'd just love to shout out, the person who taught me how to spring clean, my dad. I hope he's doing well. I hope everyone's doing well in Winter Garden, Florida. Also, just wanted to say something about discarding electronics. If you have old like Nintendo, if you have old like game consoles and stuff, and old cell phones, you can bring them to some stores and you can like get value like cash value back for them if you recycle them properly. So that's another way to help reduce, reuse, and recycle while we're spring cleaning if you find any of those ancient gadgets. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you for tuning into INC Radio Washington, D.C.
Thank you so much, Sister Laura. Now, I want to quickly read all those comments. We see all your comments actually, and you guys are really into spring cleaning. I think we should spring clean together. Okay, so we have Brother Sidney Santos. He said, for us, if we buy something new, something old needs to be put out. Yes. And PB, he said, counties do have recycling schedules for electronics or shredding day for papers. Ooh, I think that's very convenient. And Brother Harold Melchor said, adopt a road cleanup. And Sister Darlene said, my most recent The most used spring cleaning supplies is a permanent marker. Mark expiration dates on all your pantry items. And Brother Randy Bayuga said, "My digital cleaning strategy is to text my son to clean up the mess he made in the kitchen while he was cooking." And Sister Lizelle said, "It's hard to declutter when you are a sentimental person." Yes, I always catch myself wanting to keep my elementary school shirts. And Sister Alexis Mira said, "A simple ingredients is always best to use when using cleaning products." And Brother Ryan said, "I drink lots of water during spring cleaning. I think staying dehydrated is very important." And now we will check out our CFO in action and unstoppable highlights. And with that, here are your upcoming events in the district. We have today, Saturday, launch of backyard gardening. So join your local congregation in planting and caring for various vegetables and fruits. And on Sunday, May 5 at 5 p.m., it is choir day. And all adult and children's worship service choir members are highly encouraged to attend the special gathering and fun socialization planned for after. And for next week, let's check out what's happening here on INCRadio next week. And
From adjusting to living together, to household chores, to date nights, let's learn how newlyweds navigate their first year together only here on INT Radio Washington, D.C. this Saturday, May 11, 2024 at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
okay, so following us today in INC Radio Florida at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on how to be a better buyer, lessons on how to make informed purchases. And a big special thanks to our unstoppable support. We'd like to thank our INC Radio Washington, D.C. family for supporting our broadcast, especially to our district minister, Brother Sidney Santos, our subsidy president, Brother Angelo Manalo, and of course, a very special greeting to our executive minister of INC Church of Christ, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. And thank you for tuning in to INC Radio Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. Stay unstoppable. Bye. Hope you guys clean your surroundings.
How's your day? Tara, kape!
Malungkot ka ba? O masaya? O baka stress ka na? Tara kape!
Dito, you can share your problems with us.
Dito, you can express yourself.
Tara, kape! At magkwentuhan every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. dito lang sa INC Radio Cafe.
Hi everyone! Ako nga pala